lets-chatt.com. News 12 at noon. This is the place for local news.
And coming up in the next 30 minutes, award-winning artist Brandon Maddox stops by the studio. He's here to tell us all about how he got started as a singer-songwriter. Johnson Audiology is here today to talk about the importance of healthy hearing. You don't want to miss this information next. If you can hear me, well, the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga Young Professionals stops by the studio, yes, this week, right around the corner. Our friends tell us more about Young Professionals Week. All this and more. Thanks for watching Let's Chat.
Welcome to Let's Chat, the Tennessee Valley's premier show focusing on lifestyle and entertainment. Bringing you smart shopping tips, community events, and the newest trends. Now, let's chat.
Good morning, my friends. I'm Andy Santoro, and my friend Chip Chapman is out on assignment this morning. Well, let's get started right into these top stories, fun and entertaining news. Well, part of an interstate was shut down after a trailer carrying zoo animals caught on fire in Grant County, Indiana, early Saturday morning. Yes, the Grant County Sheriff's Office shared these pictures on social media. Oh my gosh. It shows the officers with the animals, which included camels and zebras. Officials say the animals were from the Mizpah Shring Circus in Fort Wayne. All of the animals were rescued safely, and officers even gave them a snack of some hay. Shout out to those officers, so happy the animals were brought home safely. Well, the Monster Truck Winter Nationals has welcomed a notable participant this past weekend. The 25th annual Monster Truck Winter Nationals was held on Saturday in Louisiana. A big spotlight was on who's believed to be the world's youngest female monster truck driver. At 15 years old, Faith Freed is following in the footsteps of her father, who just recently retired from 30 years of monster truck driving. Freed is a Florida native. She started her monster truck driving only a year ago. As to how her dad feels about all this, Faith says on some days he's iffy, as I would be, but most days he's really proud of her. Congrats, Freed. Well, never be too old. You're never too old for video games. There's an 81-year-old Maria Elena Arevalo, who lives in a rural part of Chile, and she's already well known to fellow Free Fire gamers worldwide. Mommy Nina, as she's known to her followers for her screen name, says she spiraled into depression when she lost her husband of 50 years. But her grandson Hector insisted she try video games to cope. The gamer granny, as she's known as, confesses she didn't know how to even move a mouse or which keyboard buttons to push at first. But when she started playing with others online, she didn't feel so alone. So much so that Mommy Nina gained notoriety on YouTube and TikTok. And in 2022, the makers of Free Fire invited her to a promotional event in Mexico. As you guessed it, an influencer. Mommy Nina, never too old to game. Well, after scoring a dream role, actor Austin Butler was all shook up and needed help with a king-sized problem. During an interview on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, Butler said he had to work with a dialect coach to get rid of his Elvis Presley accent, to get rid of it. Butler said he spent 3 years trying to learn how to be the legendary singer he portrayed in the film Elvis. About a week after that movie ended, he started working on the World War II drama series, Masters of the Air. He had trouble ditching the Presley persona. Imagine having that problem. Well, a few months ago, there was an ongoing issue with Kias being easy to steal, which prompted several security upgrades to come through to prevent theft. Well, unfortunately, a Milwaukee woman says her Kia has been stolen 3 more times, even after installing the upgrade. That is unlucky. Each time the car was stolen right outside her home, the thieves were caught on a doorbell camera, making a quick escape. According to Kia representative, the upgrade requires the owner to lock their cars with a key fob. If you don't use the key fob to lock your vehicle, the upgrade's useless. Meanwhile, the car owner is the latest victim of a crime trend. According to Milwaukee police, already there have been 308 vehicle thefts this year alone in 2024, 64 of them being Kias. Make sure you do that upgrade and use that key fob or your Kia could be stolen. Well, thank you again so much for watching us. Coming up, we have award-winning artist Brandon Maddox. We've got a little treat for you when he comes into the studio. The Urban League of Greater Chattanooga is here to tell us about Youth Leadership Week. And yes, our friends at Johnson Audiology. Stop by. All this and more. The place to be right now is here with Let's Chat.
The all-new Chattanooga Boat Show returns February 1st through the 4th at the Convention Center. Boating is a great way to spend more time with your family. Shop, compare, and purchase your family's new dream boat. Hundreds to choose from. Pontoons, wake surf boats, fishing boats, and more. Tickets on sale now. Visit ChattanoogaBoatShow.com.
The Orange Grove Center is a private, nonprofit organization. We are Tennessee's largest provider of service to people with intellectual and/or developmental disabilities, and we're seeking direct support professionals. The main requirement is that you have a heart for offering caring companionship to people with disabilities.
They have to be open to love them. This isn't just a job. This is more than just taking care of people. Making them happy makes me happy.
Be a hero to someone who needs you. Join the Orange Grove team today.
I got hurt in the car wreck. Give me one good reason why I should call the Insiders.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us?
1, it's easy. You can hire us right from your phone and you never have to leave your house.
2, it's fast. We can start helping you today.
3, the results. We've helped thousands of people get great settlements. Just listen to this.
I called the Insiders after my wreck and they got me $800,000.
I'm Brent.
And I'm Jay. If you've been hurt in a car wreck, call us.
It's just that easy.
Call 265-1100.
Now is the best time to buy new Champion windows, because when you buy 2, you get 2 free.
Hurry, Champion's Buy 2, Get 2 free sale is for a limited time.
That's a great deal. Thanks.
Call 888-4CHAMPION or schedule your free in-home estimate online today.
Kevin paid off over $12,000 in credit card debt with the help of Consolidated Credit. They cut his interest rates and lowered his payments so he could pay off his debt fast. Call 800-257-8488 for a free consultation.
The all-new Chattanooga Boat Show returns February 1st through the 4th at the Convention Center. Boating is a great way to spend more time with your family. Shop, compare, and purchase your family's new dream boat. Hundreds to choose from. Pontoons, wake surf boats, fishing boats, and more. Tickets on sale now. Visit ChattanoogaBoatShow.com.
You're watching Let's Chat.
We have a very special treat for you live in the studio today, especially if you love live music. Yes, I have with me an award-winning artist, Brandon Maddox. He's going to play for us today, and we're going to learn all about your journey, what you've been awarded, the honors you've bestowed upon you. Thank you so much for coming in, Brandon.
Thank you so much for having me.
So how did this all start? Tell us a little history, and then maybe what you've accomplished.
Well, I've always loved music. I would stop and I would just listen to whatever was on at a restaurant, and my parents would wonder, why is my son getting so quiet? Oh. Then I started teaching myself to play about 11 years old, and got my grandpa's guitar out of his woodshed. It's a cracked Yamaha Classical, restrung it, started teaching myself out of old Beatles books my dad had, and from there on started writing songs, because all the names were Lennon and McCartney on those songs. So it inspired me to start writing songs about that age.
So you taught yourself. Mm-hmm. And when would you say those around you started saying, this isn't just a kid playing around, he's got a talent?
Probably a year into it, maybe, year and a half into it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're a songwriter. Mm-hmm. Tell me about that. And I guess songwriters can sometimes be the unsung heroes of a musician, because the performer gets a lot of the acknowledgement. Tell me about what you've written with that.
Yeah, so I wanted to be a songwriter up until I had to be an artist, if you will. Because when I moved to Nashville, that's what I moved there for, was to be a songwriter. But I live here now, but I lived in Nashville for 12 years. And part of the thing was I could be behind the scenes, writing songs, getting paid back my mailbox for other people recording the songs that I wrote, and I wouldn't have to deal with the paparazzi. You know, I wouldn't have to be out on the road playing all these shows, busting it all over America, you know. So I started off with that, then I realized how cliquey Nashville is. So I started working on being my own artist and touring around the country to get those songs heard.
So speaking of the side that like our viewers might not know about, the darker side, who have you liked working with? Are there people we've heard of that you've enjoyed?
Well, I don't know if you've heard of him, but there's a guy named Chris Gantry. He was on the 1975 CMA Awards, and he came out there introduced by Johnny Cash. And he was a behind-the-scenes writer for a bunch of the 70s guys. And then there was a lady named Pam Belford who wrote If I Know Me for George Strait, wrote with her.
I love it. I love that.
Some of my favorite guys, though, have No notable accolades really. Adam James in Nashville, Dan Rivers out of Louisiana. I've written more with him than anyone. And just when you gel with somebody and you write great songs with them, that's what really matters, not who's had what success.
So do you write the words or the melody?
Both. So the words are a little bit tougher for me, or traditionally have been, but the melodies come a little bit easier. I come up with the melodies probably 85% of the time, and then the words, if I'm working with someone who doesn't do melodies very well, then I pony up and do the words.
Well, your sweet, lovely wife is in the studio with us. Yeah. So how do you come up with like a heartbreaking song when you're in a happy relationship? I've always wondered how that worked.
Yeah, you have to dig into your past when your heart was broken.
Sure.
And you know, I had plenty of that before I met my lovely wife.
Yes.
And but yeah, I write a lot more love songs than I used to.
I would think you'd have to be inspired. You know, if you're in a really good mood, how do you even perform something, you know, kind of sad? So tell us about your most recent album, and then I'd love to hear how we can watch you.
Yeah. So the most recent album is called, the title track of the next song I'll play, called "Last Farm in the USA."
Oh.
I tried to pair some songs that worked well with that I'd written, like "Cruising to a Small Town." It got over 100 million views.
Yes. Wow.
On "Cruising to a Small Town." We had a guy I met 2 days before the video shoot for "Cruising to a Small Town" who was a Barney Fife impersonator, and he ended up winning a big award himself through the music video. But I said, "You want to be in a music video in 2 days?" He says, "Okay, sure." So I was able to wrangle him in. It turned out beautifully. Last Farm also is approaching 100 million views on its viewership.
So is this inspired maybe by current, you know, we hear about the status of farms sort of dwindling in the U.S. So that's sort of inspiring your writing
very
currently.
much.
That's awesome.
That is huge behind it, because we have all these foreign entities buying up our lands.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll have to check you out. How can we find you online?
BrandonMaddoxMusic.com.
BrandonMaddoxMusic.com. Tell us real quick about your next performances in Chattanooga.
Yes. So the next performance is tonight. So we're playing 6 to 9 p.m. playing a place called Portofino's in East Ridge.
Love it.
And then, let's see, we have another one, Common House, February 1st.
Beautiful venue.
And that is, yeah, it's beautiful. We're going to be on the second floor of Common House. Tell me the... 7 to 9 on February 1st, Thursday.
Awesome.
And then we got
February
some other
9th,
things.
Puckett's. February 23rd, B&B Maria, Charleston, Tennessee.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. But everyone can catch that on BrandonMaddoxMusic.com.
That's right.
Okay, well, my favorite part of any segment we could have, we get a little treat. Can you play for us? Tell us what you're going to play.
Yeah, I'll play "Last Farm in the USA," new music video, and this is one of those songs that just has a message with it. It's one of those songs that I had to put out there because of the times we live in.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yeah. Blue sky riding out at first light, high on his tractor, even higher in my eyes. He plowed those fields all day, then at supper he'd pray, thank the good Lord for this life. Daddy never said a word for me to understand. No money's worth the price of giving up your land. He taught this wide-eyed child with a freckle-faced smile how to be a man. That was 20 years ago. Now I've got a family of my own. On this 200-acre labor of love, generations have fought to carry on. So I go till I can't go no more. Hold on so that the dream endures through the years, till the blood, sweat, and tears stirs the pride up deep in my bones. And if someday the shadow of a high-rise falls on my grave, go on and damn it all, carve it on my headstone that I fought, died, and owned. The last farm in the USA. Neighbor sold out to a big boy firm and tore down his house and barn. We cried and watched them burn. His grandpa built their home with every cent he slaved each day to earn.
I took my ball cap off and slammed it down and said enough's enough. I'll fight, I'll give my dying breath before I choose to give this up. And I'll go till I can't go no more. Hold on, son, that the dream endures through the years, till the mud, sweat, and tears. There's a pride up deep in my bones, and if someday the shadow...
The Orange Grove Center is a private, nonprofit organization. We are Tennessee's largest provider of service to people with intellectual and/or developmental disabilities, and we're seeking direct support professionals. The main requirement is that you have a heart for offering caring companionship to people with disabilities.
They have to be open to love them. This isn't just a job. This is more than just taking care of people. Making them happy makes me happy.
Be a hero to someone who needs you. Join the Orange Grove team today.
And this is an audition for the Pinnacle Girls' little sister, and action.
Go ahead, honey. Pinnacle. Yes. Pinnacle Home Improvements.
Pinnacle Home Improvements is now offering 0 down payment, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 12 months. Get a new roof installed, windows for your entire house, or new siding, and make it easy on yourself for a limited time only. Take 2.
Pinnacle. I love you, Pinnacle.
A logo can do more than identify your company. It can connect in meaningful ways, energize your team, and inspire your customers. We're 4imprint, and we know your logo on the right product can create moments that matter. With 30 years of experience and thousands of products to choose from, we guarantee your order will be right the first time, on time, and for a great price. Be certain that the right moments will matter. Explore thousands of promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
You're watching Let's Chat.
Healthy hearing is so important, and it might not be something we think to stay on top of. So it's so great to have with me in the studio today my friends from Johnson Audiology, Dr. Kelsey L. Peter and Jan Hollingsworth. Thank you so much for coming in the studio today.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. So how is healthy hearing related to overall health on your well-being?
Well, hearing loss is so tricky because it's not something that you can physically see. So it's always great to get a baseline. We hear with our ears, but we really hear with our brain as well. So it affects our overall health. So that's why it's so important to check your hearing and treat it sooner rather than later.
That makes sense. So what does Johnson Audiology offer for patients who are interested in a cochlear implant, for people who already have them? Could you tell me about that?
Absolutely.
We offer a variety of services. Cochlear implants is one of them. We do basic hearing diagnostics. We do tinnitus management. And here we have our director of cochlear implants.
Wow. Yes.
Is that like a specialty?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
The place to go to.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we're always here to, check people's hearing, give them a baseline hearing test. If hearing aids are the right solution for you, we can help you with that. But if it gets to the point where we turn it up, but it's no longer clear, we can absolutely assist people with a cochlear implant as well, if that's going to be the right solution for them.
Now, I have very sweet parents up in Pennsylvania who might be watching right now.
Yeah.
I suspect one of them might need a hearing aid. How can we encourage our seniors to maybe look into getting that, not being intimidated, the friendliness of you all?
Absolutely. I would let them know, hey, it's always a great idea to get a baseline, because again, it's not something that you can physically see.
Right.
So it's always good to just get it checked out.
So go ahead, please.
I was going to say, so often people say, I can hear, but I can't understand.
Right.
It's that speech recognition that sometimes falls away when hearing loss starts.
That's true.
And isn't that one of our most basic human needs, is to be able to communicate with one another?
Yes. In fact, I've heard it can be isolating, and it can be almost the beginning of having dementia or other of those issues as you get older, not addressing hearing issues. It can make you, I would think you could feel lonely.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
So what are Lyric Hearing extended wear hearing aids?
So Lyric devices are actually like the contacts of hearing aids. We would put them in for you, and they would stay for about 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes a little bit longer, but you can wear them 24/7. In the shower, when you're sleeping. So sometimes people don't like to have to put them in and take them out.
Right.
So that's a nice thing.
So they just pop in. I like that, the contacts Now, what would you say the difference in, or who would be a good patient for those versus like the cochlear implant?
So it's going to be for people with not as severe of a hearing loss, but we have a variety of patients in them. But the first step would be to just get your hearing tested, and then we can let you know if you're going to be a good candidate for that or not.
And what would you say sets you all apart? Why should people stop into Johnson Audiology?
So, you know, one thing we love to talk with people about their hearing on a regular basis.
Right.
We don't want to just put somebody in hearing aids and then send them on their way. We want to really be their lifelong partner on their journey to healthy hearing. So that's one of the things that we love, is to build those relationships with patients.
I love that, because it's probably a pretty frightening experience to go through that. And some people might procrastinate and put that to the side, and before you know it, you know, they're alone and not able to hear.
Right.
Well, I'm sure your sweetness transfers over the TV, so I hope people aren't scared to come in and meet with you. So tell us about your new location.
So we've been on Gun Barrel Road for we almost made 15 years. We've been around in Chattanooga for 15, and we've just recently relocated that office to 6830 Lee Highway.
Okay, great.
We've got a bigger space, we've got dedicated parking, we've got so much to offer patients in that new location, so we want to be sure they find us.
How does someone make an appointment or get a consultation?
Online, give us a call. There's multiple different ways.
And is it a free check, or?
So we will bill your insurance.
You're perfect.
Yeah.
Insurance is taken. Yep. People really need to check you all out if they're dealing with that. You know, I suspect in my family, if they're listening, they need to pop on in. So, sorry.
Give us a call.
Thank you. Head on over to johnsonaudiology.com. Check out their beautiful new facility at 6830 Lee Highway. Get that addressed if you think you might have hearing issues. These are really sweet women here, Dr. L. Peter and Jan Hollingsworth. Thank you so much for coming into the studio. johnsonaudiology.com.
The Orange Grove Center is a private, nonprofit organization. We are Tennessee's largest provider of service to people with intellectual and/or developmental disabilities, and we're seeking direct support professionals. The main requirement is that you have a heart for offering caring companionship to people with disabilities.
They have to be open to love them. This isn't just a job. This is more than just taking care of people. Making them happy makes me happy.
Be a hero to someone who needs you. Join the Orange Grove team today.
And now, a CBS exclusive sneak peek at the new season of So Help Me Todd.
Todd Wright, PI. I'll be right with you, ma'am. Thank you, too. Goodbye. Ah, Margaret Wright. Hello.
What is going on here?
Can I offer you my card?
What is... Todd, you are not running your own detective.
So Help Me Todd returns, part of CBS Premiere Week after Super Bowl 58 on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Let's Chat.
I love it when the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga stops by the studio and tells us all about the wonderful things they're doing in our city. Coming up is Young Professionals Week. It's so good to have with me today Erica Richardson and my friend Charlie White. Good to see you both.
You as well.
So tell us about the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga Young Professionals.
So the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga Young Professionals is a volunteer auxiliary that targets young professionals between the ages of 21 and 40 years of age to empower their communities.
What does empower their communities mean? Is it networking? What do they get?
So with that, we host a number of networking events a year. Every year we do have some volunteer opportunities, and we focus on civic engagement, getting awareness out there, the importance of voting and getting people registered to vote. We are nonpartisan, so we do not persuade Republican or Democratic, but we just want to get the awareness of the importance of voting and getting people registered.
That's always great to add. As a news station, we try to be nonpartisan, so thank you for adding that. That's fantastic. Tell us, Erica, Join Week is coming up soon. What is Join Week?
Yes. Okay, so Join Week is basically exactly what it says. You get to join us for a week of connecting, community, having fun, just getting to know us. It's just a time to really get the young professionals out and get us networking.
So it sounds like a happy thing, obviously, not intimidating.
Yes.
So what are some things you guys do for Join Week?
Oh, so for the first event, which will be February 5th on a Monday, we will be partnering with the Hunter Museum for their B-Path event, which I believe stands for Black Professionals at the Hunter. It will be at 5:30 on Wednesday. I believe we have
bowling. Look, I'm not the best, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I'm terrible, but it is fun. It's a whole thing.
We have bowling. We have a game night. We have like so many different things that people can come out and enjoy and just use to network. We have a LinkedIn and Leaked Up event where you can come in and connect with people who are like-minded and just like just talk and make friends. Honey, we're having fun.
That sounds fun. Well, who makes a good fit for young professionals?
So the age range is 21 to 40. So anybody who wants to around that age, who wants to give back to their community, who wants to volunteer, and just have some fun. I'm the social and cultural chair.
Perfect.
So of course I'm like, okay, let's do.
Oh, how sweet. Look at you.
But yeah, so we want anybody who wants to come in, who are young professionals and who are entrepreneurs, people who want to be a mentor, because we have mentees.
Right. Oh, yes.
All types of things like that.
Well, how can we get signed up and maybe see what the schedule is for that week?
We encourage everyone to go to lets-chatt.net. Once you get on there in your top right corner, click there, go down to Young Professionals, and you should see a button that say Join. Put your information in, pay your dues, and just like that, they're a member.
I'm so proud of you, Charlie.
Thank you.
It's so good to see you and what you've done in your life.
Thank you.
So, Erica, how has Young Professionals impacted your life?
Usually, well, at this time in my life, I am an entrepreneur. I am someone who wants to connect with like-minded people. So young professionals have given me the space and the place to come together with people who are like-minded, who want to give back to the community, who want to share themselves and their passions. And being a new mother, I want him to have a space as well when he gets older, to be like, I'm proud of that. Like, my mom did that. She helped like pave the way for these, different events and linking up and being an entrepreneur and connecting with people.
Right. It's important to network when you're starting out or starting a business or have questions. You need encouragement. You need other friends.
Yes.
You need mentors. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
To sort of tell you what their obstacles were and how they succeeded. So
we want to empower people to be creative, to be who they are, who they want to be.
I love that. Tell us one more time how we can learn more and maybe even support the Urban League of Greater Chattanooga.
lets-chatt.net, lets-chatt.net. Come and be a part of our team of people who are just amazingly doing awesome things to give back to the community, to just share who we are and who we want to be.
Awesome. Thank you again for coming on, Erica and Charlie. lets-chatt, 2 T's, just like lets-chatt.net. Thank you again for coming on.
Thank you.